boy. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today on the Bmw 335I Xdrive, we're going to be putting on some aftermarket side markers, the little toot 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 ones. Alright, stick around, here we go. Alright, the first one we got to show exactly what the original looks like. It's the white kind and a single flash on it. And here it is without flashing. It's actually, I don't know if you can really tell in the camera, but it's actually really dingy looking. It's not as, me looking through the back of the camera, it's not as clean as what it looks like with looking through the camera. It's actually really dingy. I don't know if that translates through the camera well or not, but we'll get close. It's kind of yellow tinted. So, alright, that's what we're taking off. Okay, so the way these come off is there's a tab in the back of this and there's a lip on the front. So you have to pry it from the back side and try to get behind the paint. You don't want to scratch your paint up. So like that. So all I did was stick my knife in there to where I'm prying behind this and pop it out. They could be a pain. And just pull a little more and then it just comes out. You can see the lip here. And so we unclip it on this clip, that pushes in, and that lets it go. So that takes the old one out. Alright, so we take the new ones and the old ones, and we got them laying here. So we take out the side that matches. We got to make sure we match the right one. I guess they're universal. I don't really guess it matters. But it's the same. That's actually upside down from where it would be. So that's the wrong one. So I guess it doesn't matter. If you'll look at the shape of it, because that's the back, and then it sits like that on this car, and the bottom has the little shape to it. So that would be the one that matches it. Okay, so what you do now, there's a little tab right there. You can flip it up, but if you just grab a hold of the bottom firmly and take the top, twist counterclockwise, you'll hear that snap. It didn't break anything because the tab's still on there. But see the bulb, you take the bulb and you remove the bulb and it just pulls out. See? Alright, now this comes with a deal, and it will actually slide in there. See how that works? It's just a little tab kind of deal, and it lives where your bulb would live. Now it does matter red and black, so I'm just demonstrating how it hooks in, but I will actually plug my plug in and make sure I've got my black in the right place on my actual car side. So we'll go back to the actual car, the install part of it, and we'll get our configuration, our color right on our actual wire. Alright, so what we've got is a red and a blue and green, and I'm not sure which one's which. So we'll try it both ways and see if we can get it working. Well, the clip will only go one way, so the clip has to go a certain way. So the clip has to go there. Now the bulb, this may only go one way. I hadn't seen that it does, but we'll get it started there. And we'll let me press for room to make this work. Yeah, that's gonna this really has a hard time fitting. I just want to get it sitting here enough to go that way with it. Yeah, this deal is definitely going to be hard pressed for room. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to lock it into place 100% because I want to see if I got the color in the right direction, or the plug rather. Alright, so you can see what it's doing. Now I'm going to assume we want that color, that light to go the other way. Well, maybe not. This may only fit one way. It doesn't matter whichever way you put it, it's still going to do the same thing. So, we're going to get our plug stuck in there. And you're going to have to work on the plug a little bit to get it to fit. Main thing is get that lip on there. There we go. So I had to push it back that way. So there it is. And it's a smoke colored one, which my car is filthy, you can see. I'll cut the actual light off and you can see with it without that. Okay, so there it is without the white one on it, so it's actually really, really dark. So there's the new one. So before and after. Alright, let's do the other side. Alright, and again, this is the before on the driver's side. Let's get the other one installed. Same thing here. Take your handy dandy pocket knife and I go behind the paint. You can get in there behind it and get you started. It pops out. Kind of wiggle it, make it happen. And then there's a little tab. Turn it, make sure I'm going the right way. Yep. And then turn it. There it goes. Pull our bulb out. Bulb's out. Our new little, put our wire in. Then fish him back in there. Alright, and so it's gonna not want to lay in right here. So you can actually push back and it'll fall right into place. And then pull your cover off. And if you got a little bit of a, a wear area in the discoloration, you're gonna have to try to find a happy medium because these aren't as wide. So you can see maybe this car might have been painted at one time, but You can see the discoloration around it where they maybe it taped it off or something. So, and there's what you got with the new one, the old one, before and after. And that's a little $12 upgrade, and these are directional. So, and let's test it and see if she works. All right, and she's tested, and we're good. And I'm out $12, something a little cool upgrade. It's you know, the darker stuff, but this is the actual brand of the Islancer. I don't know how you're going to pronounce that, but this is the brand that I got. It's like $12, maybe $15 to the door, tax, whatever. So that's the one that I got. All right, so that's a little quick install. While we're waiting on material and parts and stuff, I've got the intercooler. I've got all the other stuff ready to go in. The only thing I'm waiting on now is the water reservoir and the water line. They should be here today, maybe, possibly. And I think we'll work tomorrow here instead of at a rental, and I'll try to get the water stuff on it, try to get this thing cranked tomorrow, try to get the coolant in it so I can actually hear this car run and see if we can get this thing squared away a little bit and take her down the road with the, I guess that would be considered full bolt-ons at this point. I think full bolt-ons on this car is your full bolt-ons is going to be the intercooler, the downpipes, the air intake, and I think the upgraded charge pipe with the blow-off valve. I'm pretty sure that's what's considered full bolt-ons. Now you can do the high pressure fuel pump, low pressure fuel pump. Now this is the thing, there's no what you would call an upgrade for the high pressure fuel pump. So once you get to the max part of that, that's when everybody goes to the direct port instead of the, instead of going into the top of the injectors on top of the cylinders, it goes in through the intake. So once you go to using that assembly at the intake and you're going your aftermarket injectors there, I think that pretty much you turn everything over to that fueling system. I'm not sure just yet. I'm still researching the fueling system, so it's kind of still unsure on the fueling system. I've seen some high numbers on the fuel system, the factory one, but the likelihood of it failing is extremely high, so I think you want to get away from it at some point. I don't know if you turn it off. I don't know if you compensate with the aftermarket injectors and the rail. So I'm still trying to learn that, and I do know that you want to go to a bucketless low pressure fuel pump and possibly 2 pumps if you're going to run an E85, because you have to run so much more fuel. The E85, you end up running a lot more actual fuel. So I think you have to double pretty much your fueling system once you really start making high horsepower. So well, that's, I think 4 feet wall barrel, 225 or 250s or whatever. But I'm trying to figure out if I can just get the bucketless insert piece and use my own pumps. That's what I'm trying to figure out, to get a dual fuel pump hanger without the plastic bucket that goes on the bottom. It's made onto it. So I gotta do a little more research on my fuel, but I'm not gonna go to the stage 2 plus, I don't think. I think I'm just gonna 1 plus for a little bit, maybe 2, and then I've got to get some spark plugs. I do have those ordered. I forgot actually to call them and get them till just now. So I gotta get my spark plugs changed, and I just as well, I guess, go ahead and get my coil packs while I'm here, or while I'm changing my plugs. So I think you get them 2 degrees colder and you run a 0.20 gap on them, I think. Something like that. So I've got to check the gap. I've got to get the right plugs, make sure they're 2 degrees colder, and try to get it all squared away before I get this thing cranked tomorrow. So we'll see where it goes. All right, so either way, thanks for watching our video. Thanks, guys.